Alright guys, wanted to get back into the ear because I think there's more definition I could do. The eye drawing's still there at the bottom of the page. Nope, you don't see it. Anyway, just sprayed it and covered it up. So I'm going to grab the pencils again, and I'm going to go in here, and there's just some little subtle things I want to do, and I think like what gives you this is a great exercise to learn how to be really subtle with values and whatnot, right? So if it comes out looking like a super incredible ear, you know what I'd say? I'd say more power to you, right? So now I'm going to go back with the 2B, right? And I'm going to go in here because there's stuff happening in here. And I'm going to work the side of the pencil again, right? And so I'm in here like this, just building up a little at a time, right? It doesn't take much, and so I see, right, still in here, this area in here, right, comes in here, and I go in here, right, and I'm going to go up in here a little bit. I'm going to go over in here to build this up some. Also comes out, and then down, like that, right? Then there's a little highlight there, and if I had my pencil erasers, I'd go in there and drop in that highlight, but that's alright, we can come back to that. So there, in there, all the way around in here, right up into there, back up into here, right into here, and now I'm going to start working this highlight in here, how it comes down, and it's kind of like the end of a Q-tip, isn't it? Kind of soft, right? And so we'll work this in here like that, in there, in there, in there, and in here, just building this up a little bit at a time. Now there's the highlight, right? And what I said was, if you want to drop in any a highlight, you know, I'm going to grab an eraser off of my mechanical pencil so it's thin and small, and I can go in here and I can go, okay, I'm going to lighten this up some in here, right? Now that popped a little bit. Then I can come down in here and lighten that a little bit, right? Now let's stay down in here, because down in here there's these dark areas back in here, right? And as it comes forward down into here, we can see that the value of the ear gets lighter, right? And then it gets a little darker over in here. I'm going to pull in here like this. I'm still with the 2B. In here like that. Up in here, it's going to get lighter as it dives off in there, so I'm going to leave it right in there. A little darker in there. Now I'm going to go up into the 6B because I want to really think about popping these guys, right? So, in there. Now I'm working the point a little bit, right? Which is alright. And I can see it went darker, so now I get a chance to work back in here and develop that, right there. And then out in here. Just a little bit at a time. Walking across. Now you see how that's popping in there, right? Now as I come up here, I want to be thinking about how I don't want to have a hard edge of describing that ear in there, or the lower bottom part of the ear, because of what happens in there about you losing that edge. So I want to still work the darker area, right? And I'm just going a little bit at a time, up into here. So you see how that happens? Right? So let's readjust this. Oh Lord. Right in there. Alright, now let's go. We're going to go up into top of the ear a little bit, right? Back to the 2B, right? I'm going to go in here and I'm going to work the value in here down, which isn't not all that much. I'm not going to overstate it, right? It goes up in there, it gets there, and then it shoots down in here and turns over, right? Right, now there's this in here. this soft value in here, right? Which is a part of that other highlight. Now it gets dark in here, and so what we can do is go up into the 4B, right? And build this a little bit in here like this. Right? I'm going to work that edge down into here, and it gets softer as it comes down into here, right? Now once again, there's that highlight right in here, which is a little rough. There. Now we can jump into the center there, right? So back to the 2B, if I can find it. There it is. And I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to build that little bit of a shadow in there and work on that. So up in here, my marks might want to be like this. In here. Just to talk about the texture of the skin a little bit, right? And then we'll bring them up in there and we'll leave them. That's all the marks are, right there. Right now in here, we got some values where we're off, like in here, right? And then it comes down into here, right? And there's some question about what happens through in here, so we'll just lighten this a little bit and allow that to open up into there, there, and now I'm over on that part of the shadow, the top part of it, there. Now in here, it's still in here like this, that's fine, right? And then in here, some of these marks up in here like this, could be in here like this. There, right? Now I know it's a little darker in here, so we're going to jump up to that 4B again, and it's just along in there. I want to pronounce this edge a little bit, so we're going to go in there, and we're going to go in here like this, and follow that down, and allow this to emphasize that edge in there. So with that little bit of work, right, you see how far we've gone with this, guys, right? So now let's do this. There's the ear. We still have more work to do up in here, and we can get that into the next video, but let's do this. Let's see if I can get for the last few. There we go. Now we're getting a better image of that, right? Okay. So there's the ear, right? And here's the ear and the ear we drew from. Okay, there you go. All right. And then here's the ear itself. All right, still some more work to do on there, but I'm liking where that is. All right, see you soon.